start this today?
Yeah, you can start whenever you want.
Welcome back to another episode of the Multiverse of Fandom podcast with Pete and Dimo.
What's up, guys? We're back again after taking a break last week.
Yeah, we took a week off.
We were at Comic-Con, though.
Rhode Island Comic-Con. We can talk about that today.
Yeah, we were at Rhode Island Comic-Con, which is why we were there all day, so we didn't have time to record.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking.
Yeah, so we just pushed it back to this week, and we're going to talk about all of that, and then more things.
We got a lot on the docket. We got a myriad of Disney Plus announcements and release dates and all this other stuff. And I think out of the gate, most notably, I think we should talk about that leaked Obi-Wan. Did you see the video?
Well, was it leaked or they posted that?
I think it was initially leaked and then they posted it.
Oh, like the one on Thursday? When
Yeah. The behind the scenes thing. Yeah.
Oh, that seemed like I didn't realize that was leaked.
That's what I had seen a tweet that said it was leaked, and then they just went ahead and released it.
Oh, that's funny.
But when is the actual teaser's coming out next week?
They said the trailer was going to come out. Like everyone was saying that the trailer was going to come out the 12th,
right.
Friday the 12th of November, and then that didn't happen. We got like the we got some like behind the scenes picture, like photos from the set, like some concept art.
You got Obi-Wan on that. What looks like I forget what that thing is. It's not a horse, but it's like a wampa rat or something like that.
Womp rat.
Yes, wampa rat. I want to say that's what it is.
Yeah. So we got to see some cool stuff, but I was under the impression that the trailer was going to come out, but did not. We got like a behind the scenes like teaser of it, which was still
I don't even
really
think
cool.
you can consider this a teaser trailer. I think it's more just like a
behind the scenes,
an inside look.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's concept art. Most of it's concept art.
Yeah,
which is cool. They're doing a really good job of hiding Hayden. They haven't showed anything. If they haven't, they showed Ewan McGregor training.
Yeah, and then they showed like the
mask on.
the mask Vader. They showed Vader. They didn't show Hayden still.
No, I mean like when he was doing the lights, he had the mask for COVID. He had a mask on.
Oh,
the big respirator.
Oh yeah.
Initially, I thought it was Hayden, and then I looked back.
Yeah, it was Ewan.
It wasn't him.
Was that for COVID, or was that like part of his training? Like, want to have one of those like high altitude masks or something?
I want to say it's for COVID, because I know some people that wear that.
Yeah, when they're like,
they're afraid.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I just want that trailer to come out because everyone was expecting it to come out and then it didn't. But hopefully it's next week.
Well, I think there's a lot and now I'm getting kind of excited for the show because I think there's a lot that they can do with it. Because I think they even said it in the teaser trailer that essentially Obi-Wan had one last mission, and that was to make sure that Luke grows up safely, and like he's one of the last Jedi. And I mean, I don't know if you ever played. You ever play The Force Unleashed? Mm-hmm. The Force Unleashed. I mean, that's whole other story there. And supposedly that kid was trained by Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is. Star Crush or something like that.
I can't remember.
It's something like Star something. But there's a lot they can do there. Like he can interact with a bunch of other Jedi that are hiding, and this could go on for a few years.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think that I honestly think Disney is gonna focus more on this stuff. Kind of like the more like prequel series going into just after like kind of where Mandalorian takes place and like build off of that universe instead of jumping 25 years into the future like they did for what was it, The Force Awakens, like the new trilogy that was terrible.
They're finally understanding what we want to see, and they're done giving us this malarkey.
Yeah,
this is like crap.
Yeah.
Which we've seen enough of, and I'm not.
I wonder if Ahsoka is going to make an appearance in the Obi-Wan series because in her series it was like already, or she confirmed. We talked about it a couple weeks ago that Hayden Christensen was going to be in that series as well. So I wonder if maybe she crosses over, and then that leads to a storyline in her series. Well,
they're kind of doing that with Boba and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So I feel like they could, and they did a good job of it.
Well, everything's going to be connected with, especially with Mandalorian. I feel like he's going to be popping up.
Well, no, I'm saying like season 2 Mandalorian, Boba's in it.
Yeah.
And now Mandalorian's taking a break.
Yeah.
We're getting Book of Boba this December, and then Mandalorian's going to start filming, or I don't know, is this filming right now?
I think it's filming right now. I think they started filming last week.
So I could see them doing this overlap, where you have like 1 season or 2 seasons Obi-Wan, you got 1 season Ahsoka, then Obi-Wan, then Ahsoka.
Yeah, kind of switch, keep going. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, that's what I initially thought, or not necessarily that, but that's what I kind of thought with what was happening with Boba Fett. I thought it was going to be those 2 seasons. They were going to kind of like make them the book of the or like, you know, something about the child, and then it was going to be the book of Boba Fett, and then it was going to kind of go off into different stories of different Mandalorians, kind of thing, if that makes sense. And
I think we're done. I don't know that we're going to see any more of the child.
I think we are. Yeah, more? They're bringing him back for season 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he with Luke now?
Yeah, but I don't think he stays with Luke, because why would he? He wasn't in anything, you know, later on.
I don't know. I like Grogu. I like the child. I don't want them to like get stuck with that, because that was like kind of like the backbone of the show so far.
Well, yeah, people. I don't think we're going to be as invested in the Mandalorian as they were if it wasn't for Grogu.
Well, no, they wouldn't be. But now I feel like they have an opportunity to kind of not use him as much.
Hopefully,
and not overuse him. Maybe use him sparingly.
At least in season 3, at least we might see him. They might like mention him a bunch, but then we might not see him until like a finale. Yeah, I feel like
that's true.
Which that at that point would be all right, but I don't know. I feel like they just want, it's all about this.
The money, yeah.
and that's where the money is.
Speaking of Mandalorian, there was this report about Gina Carano returning. I don't know. It appears to be bullshit.
Yeah, you were telling me, wasn't it on like one source though?
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and there's only one source from a month ago. And it's interesting because a couple of her co-stars, the guy we saw at Rhode Island Comic Con, Giancarlo Esposito, came out and said that she was his favorite cast member, which is.
Didn't a lot of people say that though? After
a lot of people, not just in this show but in general, really like her, and I think it has more to do with her personal beliefs. Yeah, maybe Which whatever, she's posted some wishy-washy things. Yeah, she still does. But I think as a person and as an actress, I think she's doing fine.
Yeah, because he said that he was her favorite cast member, and then a few other people also said that she was like a great cast member. She was supposed to, like, if you remember, she was supposed to get her own spin-off.
And her own spin-off, yeah. And then they can't. Then they were going to replace her with Boba's assistant.
Oh, really?
I think that was what the plan was. I had read something. Because
now you never know, especially if there's one report, then, it could be true, and then maybe she's back, and then we'll see if she gets her own.
Well, they canceled her Funko Pop. They can't doing Funko Pop.
They're still at Hot Topic.
No, I know, but they're not making more of them.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a rare one, though.
No, I don't. Not a vaulted one. But no, this Obi-Wan stuff looks great so far.
Yeah, I'm so happy with the Star Wars, like what they're doing with the Star Wars like universe, and how they're kind of, they messed up. They acknowledge that they messed up, and now they're going back and they're fixing it, and they're making it how everybody wants.
No, this is good. You have that one family member that's like really good at making like one dish for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
On the subject of Thanksgiving, but like everything else they like kind of crap at.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Disney. Like they're really good at making these shows. Stick to it and stay away from ruining the movies.
Yeah. They obviously. Yeah, they just need to stick to this because this has been amazing for them.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
And we'll go off into more of what was released, which was a lot. We'll kind of just run through the list and talk about. So we got a first look at the Book of Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. We'll stay on Star Wars. So that looked. I liked that. Was it a trailer? I think it was a trailer.
I believe so. Yeah.
It was a good trailer. It looked like what they were doing was they were bringing back a lot of the members of Jabba's crew.
There's going to be a lot of that Jabba the Hutt stuff.
Yeah, and he was like, we're not ruling like Jabba like this. No. So I liked all of that. Like, I'm so excited for that. It comes out end of December. So that is the first of what is to come. Oh no, actually, well, technically Hawkeye. We got a trailer for Hawkeye also, or some teaser for Hawkeye, which comes out next week or something.
I kind of wish that Book of Boba was coming out like before Christmas. I kind of like having the show going into Christmas. You know what I mean? And now we have to wait till after Christmas and going into the new year.
Well, I think that's because of Hawkeye. I don't think they want too big, like, because these are going to be 2 major shows.
Oh, that's right. I forget. And they're releasing them episodically.
They're releasing them week by week. So I'm not sure how many episodes are in Hawkeye, but I think it comes out like the 20 something of November. I'm not quite sure, but that's why I think they probably just did it so that ends.
Yeah, November 24th.
Yeah. So that might end and then Boba starts, or maybe they'll overlap by like a week.
I'll watch Hawkeye.
I think the biggest thing for me, first look teaser was the Moon Knight.
Yeah,
that was cool, and we got it was now that teaser came out, it was confirmed that like bathroom scene that we talked about like months ago on the podcast was legit.
Yeah,
that like shot of him in the bathroom that he was like beating everybody up. That was cool. So I liked
Oscar Isaac's in a lot lately.
He has been, especially Disney stuff.
Yeah, a lot of superhero stuff.
Dune, he was in Dune. He was Poe in Star Wars.
Oh, this is a TV show, Moon Knight.
All of these are series.
I thought it was a movie initially. I don't know why.
No.
Interesting. That's good. I'm excited for the X-Men '97.
Yeah.
I'm a big X-Men fan. I always have been.
Well, that was like the thing. I was talking about it after it got announced.
Yeah. Who's gonna play Wolverine?
It was Batman the animated series, the Spider-Man animated series, and then the X-Men animated series. Those were like the three like shows that I just like stared at the TV for when I was a kid.
I love the late '90s, man. I was born in '96. A lot of great content, anime content, comic book. Well, the Batman movies not so much, but there's a lot of great content that came out in the late '90s, and then the 2000s era came over, and they shifted a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, a lot of differences. But no, that's gonna be. I'm very excited if they can nail that. That would be extremely epic.
I wanna know who's cast.
They didn't give much information.
Well, they did. Some new members of the voice cast: Jennifer Hale, Ray Chase. I don't know who these people are.
I didn't see any of that.
Jeff Bennett. I wish they had Steve Bloom in there. Steve Bloom does a good Wolverine.
Steve Bloom was Wolverine though.
For a while,
yeah.
Yeah, he's got that deep voice. This all looks really good. I don't know anything about this Agatha Horse of Darkness business.
That's Agatha is she was the villain in WandaVision. They announced I think
so. There's a show from another show.
She got her spinoff. She got a spinoff.
Groot's getting. What if season 2? What if they canceled that show?
Yeah. What if they canceled that show?
I'm so sick of seeing stuff.
Well, then they did. I don't know. I think they're doing a lot with that kind of what if stuff, which I thought it was a great idea at the time. I'm like I said, at some point I will maybe revisit it and finish it.
I'm not revisiting it.
But they're doing what was it? I'm trying to find it. But like there was like a Marvel Zombies. Did you see that?
No, but why?
I want to find it here so I'm not like messing it up. But I swear I saw that.
That's so stupid. Marvel Zombies. My butt.
Where is it? Yeah, Marvel Zombies. So I'm assuming it's going to be because it's just the logo. I don't think there was much more information given about it, and so it's
going to be animated.
Yeah, it's going to be animated. Yeah. So I saw that. I'm just like they did that. They did, and I heard I didn't watch that episode, but I heard it was like a good episode of What If, like one of the better episodes, and you did it, and you don't need to do it again. Like you don't need a whole series on Marvel Zombies. I don't know. That's just me. That's just my opinion.
I've never been big like The Walking Dead. I stopped watching around season 6. I played the Call of Duty Zombies, whatever. It gets boring after a while. But like some of this stuff is kind of pointless. Like what are we doing here? Just making extra content just for the heck of it. I'd rather they take the money from that and the money from What If and put it into something else. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, I thought What If was originally supposed to be like a
live action.
No, like a. Well, kind of. I thought it was supposed to be a one season series, and then they're gonna take those stories and kind of like start sprinkling them into the MCU since they were introducing the multiverse in Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I thought like we were gonna maybe see like a Captain Carter.
No, we didn't get that.
Like live action. I thought we were gonna like see some of those different outcomes because the multiverse is breaking open.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. Yeah, so that, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. There was a trailer or a teaser for She-Hulk also. Looks pretty good. Mark Ruffalo is back. You get to see... It's funny because in that, we see Professor Hulk. And so that, to me, means... Because when did we see... What movie was it? Was it Black Widow where we saw Hulk? Or no, it wasn't, because Black Widow was a prequel. We saw Hulk in a MCU movie or show. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't Professor Hulk anymore. I think it was Shang-Chi.
Oh, it was Shang-Chi. Well, it was very briefly we saw
It was
Hulk,
just at like the end with Captain Marvel. He was like talking to...
No, he was fighting in the... Didn't the Hulk fight this big massive thing in the cage?
No. That was Abomination.
That was Abomination. Yeah.
But he was in it at the very end. He was, I think he was talking to Wong, and he was talking to Captain Marvel.
It's possible. I don't remember.
It might be not that movie, but I'm pretty sure it was. But he wasn't Hulk. He was Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
And then in this, we see him as Professor Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we see how
connection
changes back.
Okay.
But he also didn't have, his arm wasn't all mangled from the snap. It showed that I saw that on the in like the teaser. So he like his arm like healed from the snap from Endgame.
Okay.
So there was that. That was exciting. I didn't see much about the Miss Marvel. They announced that they did like a title logo for Miss Marvel. I don't know if they did a teaser for that. I didn't see.
They have a logo for Miss Marvel. I don't think there's a teaser yet.
I didn't
see a teaser.
I didn't see
teaser for Groot either.
Yeah, and then there's Echo or something. Is that
I don't know what that is.
I think that was a Hawkeye spinoff. So we're already getting a spinoff from Hawkeye, even though Hawkeye hasn't come out.
It's a spinoff of a spinoff.
Yeah, it's a spinoff of a spinoff, literally. I'm Groot.
What is Secret Invasion?
Ironheart, that looks good.
Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
What is that?
Did you see what Nick Fury looks like?
Yeah. He looks cool.
He looks cool.
He looks cool.
Spider-Man freshman year, Secret Invasion. Okay, so yeah, let's go to Secret Invasion. I want to see what that is, like, fully. Because I had it pulled up.
It's a new look at Secret Invasion. Was there an original look at Secret Invasion?
Well, wasn't Secret Invasion, it's been like teased for a while, I think. Oh, and Ironheart, did I say that?
No.
Ironheart was like, it's like the Iron Man.
Oh, so you can get Disney Plus right now for 1 month for $1.99 and then $7.99 after.
That's cool. Do that.
No, not until December. I'm not until the day of
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you'll binge Hawkeye.
Well, maybe I'll see it before then, some other way.
But yeah, so Secret Invasion. And it features none other than Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
Ben Mendelsohn, good actor. Great
without
actor.
the iconic eye patch. I feel like they've teased Secret Invasion or like whatever in another movie, or they've been just like talking about it because it was like this was pretty awesome to see it and like see this like first look at what Fury's gonna look like, but I'm pretty sure
I feel like
knew about it.
Nick Fury and Samuel L. Jackson especially, like I feel like he should have gotten his own thing a while ago. Like this is so late in the game, he's getting his own thing. Like I don't know, just because he's like his resume and in general like the character, I feel like that could have been someone they could have done years ago. Could have had his own show and could still be going.
Well, that's kind of what his role was, though. He was just kind of that like anchor character that was just showing up everywhere. Like what kind of Michael Keaton? Like they're literally basing Michael Keaton's Batman, I think, off of Nick Fury in the DC.
Fury had that really badass scene in that Tahoe.
Yeah, and what was it? Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, that was a great scene.
Yeah,
I love that scene.
That scene.
Watch
really
that scene all the time.
And then was there anything else? I don't think we saw anything for Ahsoka. But I'm not surprised because I don't think that's even... I don't think they've started really filming for Ahsoka yet.
I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, I don't see anything. But yeah, no, there was so much that dropped yesterday, and...
It's kind of hard to pay attention when they drop all that stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. And like we've kind of been... Not really, but kind of. We've kind of been in like a drought of Disney Plus content, and they just like... Here, take it all and leave us alone for like a year.
Well, when was the last time they did something like this? They announced the phases, right, last year?
Something big. I think the last one was Loki, and that ended in, I think, the summer, like end of July or beginning of August. So it's been a few months since something like really big, like Marvel or Star Wars, has come out to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like obviously there was What If, but I don't really count that.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, I think that's Disney Plus handled, and then I'll bring it up real quick just to give my like thoughts because you didn't watch it. I watched. I was gonna say it.
Eternals.
Eternals. I watched Eternals, and what they say. Usually, the reviews are like a little, out there, I guess you could say. They're just like harsh. Like they weren't that harsh for this. It was kind of boring. And like I told you before, the fight scenes were cool. I like the fight scenes a lot. I like the action sequences. Some of the storytelling they did like some flashbacks and stuff to kind of explain what was going on. Some of those were cool. I like those. And then it was just like a letdown.
How was Angelina Jolie in this? She had a lot of screen time?
Somewhat. It was a lot of them. That was the thing. The character, her name was Cersei, and the
That's so weird because two of the actors in this are in Game of Thrones, and in Game of Thrones, one of the main you can call her an antagonist too, is named Cersei. Cersei Lannister. So that's really weird.
Well, yeah. So I don't know who the other guy's name was from Game of Thrones, but
which one?
Obviously, I know Kit Harington.
Richard Madden.
Yeah, was that him?
Yeah, that was Robb Stark.
Yeah, so Kit Harington and him had like a scene at the beginning. They like went face to face, and
then what? You never see one of them again for the rest of the movie.
Well, yeah, you didn't see like Kit Harington. He is the Black Knight.
Yeah,
that's who he's playing. At the beginning of the movie, he's just Cersei's boyfriend.
Any relationship to Moon Knight, the Black Knight? Or is it just coincidence?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the deep backstory of the characters, but this movie was a complete setup.
Yeah.
It was a complete setup for a second one, a Black Knight movie or show even. I'm not sure, but it was like such a setup that it was...
Was it long?
Yeah. I think it was, I want to say it was like 2.5 hours.
And it dragged?
It like dragged. There were some parts that just like I just felt like they didn't need, and it was just like this did nothing for the story, and there was some. I think it had potential, and I think the rating that was given was as like harsh as it was. I like kind of agree with it. I give it like around like I give it like a high 6, like a 6.8.
Okay.
It was enjoyable. The action scenes were cool. The characters were like all right. They were like cool. But like it didn't have that like rewatchability.
So if you're giving it a 6.8, I'll probably give it a 6.
Yeah, you'd probably give it like a 6 because you probably would have fell asleep like very early.
No, the one it sounds like this is sleep material.
Yeah, and then the end credit scene. There was an end credit scene, and spoilers for the end credit scene if you haven't seen it, and because I know you don't care, I'll tell you. So Angelina Jolie and 2 other characters are in their ship, and they're going out to find other Eternals because there's other Eternals in the galaxy and whatever. And this guy like portals in, and then he starts announcing this other person like, I'd like to introduce you to I don't remember his name. It was like the Prince of Titan and the brother of Thanos. He says,
"Ooh,
it's Harry Styles."
The kid in the movie?
Yeah.
Isn't he in the movie as an Eternal?
Harry Styles is Thanos' brother.
That's a little weird.
But he is an Eternal, and he's like, and so like basically like the other Eternals. So those 3 leave. So
that makes Thanos an Eternal. He has to be.
Well, I don't know. Like you have like if you ever have the opportunity to watch this, I think you should at some point. Just like even if you watch it in segments, like the Eternals are kind of like made by these Celestials.
There's going to be a movie called The Celestials, isn't there?
Probably, yeah. And but yeah, it was like so the Celestial takes the Eternals that were on Earth still, and he's like, we'll see, because they basically the Eternals save the planet from the Celestial, because the Celestial, their point is they bring the Eternals to Earth to stop these deviants, and the planets they send the Eternals to are chosen to be a host for another Celestial, and then when that planet gets populated enough and like evolves enough, then that Celestial kind of emerges, destroys the whole planet, and creates another universe, basically. So that Celestial sent them there to protect the world from deviants, and then when it was time for that Celestial to emerge, they would be taken to another planet, and their memories would be like wiped, and they would start all over. And they stopped it from happening, and then the Celestial is like, we'll see if your sacrifice, if this like act was like worthy of these people or something. And then he takes them away, and then that's when the end credit scene, that was like the end of the movie. And then the end credit scene with Harry Styles, he goes on the ship, he's like, I know where your friends are and I can help you get them. That ends. And then the very end, like the second end credit scene, was Kit Harington opening a crate with the sword in it of the Black Knight, and he's like going to touch it, he's like nervous about it, whatever, he's like going to touch it, and then you hear a voice who you told me, I didn't even pick up on it.
It is him, yeah.
It's Blade.
Yeah.
So they're gonna definitely have all these different, and then at the end it said the Eternals will return.
I had to rewatch those Blade movies. It's been a while.
Yeah. With, are they on Disney Plus?
I don't think so.
No.
I want to get the nice. I want to get the DVDs somewhere.
Do you have space for it?
The DVDs, yeah, I'll have space for DVD.
But yeah, I don't know. It was like a good movie, but it was like a setup. It was a good one-time watch.
Yeah. All right, I'll keep it on the back burner.
Yeah, if you're bored one day and literally have nothing else to do, there you go. You can watch it.
Interesting. You know, it doesn't look like the ratings are doing very well, and there was some hot water in a couple of different countries for a few other things. 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.
It went down more when I watched it. I watched it.
Well, here's the thing.
Thursday. I watched it Thursday the 11th, so like a week after it came out, basically.
These ratings on Rotten Tomatoes are kind of stupid because the tomato meter is at 46%. That's 336 official reviews. Yeah, the audience score is 80%.
Yeah, like it was a fun movie. Like it was. I'm not taking that away from it, but if I were to just rate it based on, just did I enjoy watching it? Yeah, sure. But then I'm also putting in the fact that there was scenes that kind of bored me, and then there were scenes that didn't need to be in there, and then that's why the rating goes down.
You gotta admit though, it's difficult for Marvel to do like thread all these movies together. There's got a lot of moving parts there.
Well, in this case, make it a series. Why not? Why did you have to do a movie?
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably more likely to watch this if it's a movie than if it's a TV show. I'm probably not watching it.
but no, I get that. But I'm saying like if they, especially, I'm saying in terms of there being 8 characters as like these main characters, you're not going to have time to, in 2.5 hours, as long as that is, you're not going to have time to break down this like complex story, because it is a pretty complex story and it is an interesting story, but for how complex it is, it's kind of hard to do that in 2.5 hours. And then, you know, like clearly this was just getting them introduced, and then we'll see you in the second movie. Yeah, it was kind of what Dune was doing, but it didn't quite do what Dune was doing.
What was the CGI in this? Did it look good?
Yeah, no, it looked great. I thought it looked great. Icarus, who was the other guy from Game of Thrones, he like was literally a Superman type character. They had like the same. You probably saw it in the trailer. Yeah. They had like the same like laser, like the heat vision that you see in like Man of Steel or something. It looked like
2 hours, like 37 minutes. It's a long movie.
Yeah, it was a long movie. That's why I went early, dude. I went like at 3:30 to watch it.
Good thing, man.
It's the time to watch this. Yeah, I did not want to like spend too much time in the theater.
Interesting.
Yeah, overall, you know, enjoyable, whatever, but
yeah,
it just was too much for not enough time, even though it was 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So they're going to make a second one, and then that's where the second one I'm sure might even be better, because now people know who the Eternals are.
And there's a greenlit second movie.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, at the end it said the Eternals will return.
Oh, okay. So, of course, now
everything says that at the end.
Stealing James Bond.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. What else you got?
I'll briefly touch on. I recently finished my rewatch of The Sopranos TV show, HBO.
Yeah.
Available on HBO Max. If you haven't seen it, this is like, I think what a lot of people don't realize. Like, this show kind of ushered in the golden age of television as we know it. And I'll spoil the ending, but I won't spoil it in a way. But the genius behind the show. I mean, it is a mafia TV show, so if that's not really your cup of tea, I get it. But there's a lot more behind the scenes, like not literally, but behind the scenes of it being a mafia show that I think makes it like its true genius is there. It was filmed. The pilot was filmed in 1997, and then the rest of the first season came out, I want to say, 1999. So it is an old show, and it ended in 2007. 86 episodes total. And some of the best acting you've ever seen ever. But the main character, I mean, you really you either hate this guy at the end of the show or you love him. And it's interesting because the way that they end, David Chase, the creator, the way that he ends the show is the show cuts to black, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like arguing, oh, no, he's dead, or no, he's alive. And the genius is that there is no definitive answer. It's up to you to decide. And your decision tells you, or other people can tell other people, what you made of the show and what you made of the character through all 7 seasons, through all 86 episodes. And we see so much of this like love-hate with the main character being like a villain in like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, all these other TV shows that have come out, and some of these movies too, like Deadpool, where you have an anti-hero as the center, and you know you come to love this character by the end of it. And I think that's one of the things that makes this show so great and makes it, so rewatchable. And I think I want to say it was like number 1 or number 2 most streamed shows during the lockdown.
I know a few people that binged it during the lockdown. So yeah,
through HBO Max. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, this was like over like 6 weeks that I did this, 6-7 weeks. But no, I'm very, very happy that I finished it, and I don't know if you've seen it yet, but
yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. Well, I haven't seen it full through. I've seen it, and then bits and pieces here and there when people were watching it when I was younger, and then I watched basically the entirety of like the last season, and I know the end of. I've seen the end multiple times.
You got to start from the beginning, and they're an hour long. Well, that's the nice thing. It's like it's a movie.
Yeah,
each episode's like a movie, 60 minutes. But no, I think that was great. I'm very, very pleased with my rewatch, and it's interesting because I did kind of find something out about myself at the end, because I came to the conclusion that he didn't get killed, because there's enough evidence in that last scene for you. So
you were swayed after watching it again. You like changed your mind.
I didn't know. I didn't have an idea up until then. This is the last time I had rewatched it was high school, maybe before then. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
And I never understood, and I would always look it up, and there would never be an answer. The creator would always be like, "Oh,
yeah, it's what you want." Is what his point was.
But when you read into that a little bit, because he had come out recently, and he said, your decision at the end of the show tells you what you got out of it and what you got out of this main character, because there's enough evidence there. If you think about it, it's really, really genius how cool this guy is. There's enough evidence in that last scene for you to formulate an opinion that he was killed or that he lived.
Yeah.
So, and the evidence can play against each other. Oh, no, well, there's this guy there. Oh, wait, but he went to the bathroom. So
yeah, but he was a sketchy guy.
He was a sketchy guy. They got the members only jacket.
They kept showing him.
I know.
And he kept looking.
I know, but something tells me, and it's because I don't love the character, because the character's, I don't know how many people he killed throughout the show, but it's up there. He did some really nasty things, Tony Soprano. But you kind of level with the character after a while. And things kind of level out in his life, because they were kind of going down the tube in that last 8-9 episode season there. And then they kind of level off, and his his kid AJ is doing well. He's got a job. His daughter Meadow's doing well. His things with his wife are fine, finally. Yeah. And you're like,
I just want to bring up, because you brought up his daughter, the most frustrating thing, I think, in the whole show was watching her park at the end.
You know what she said? It's hilarious, because she said it was really difficult for her to act like she didn't know how to parallel park.
I bet, because it was just like the spot was.
I know. It was pretty funny too, watching it again.
It was funny.
I had to think about that too.
It was funny.
The sad part is a lot of those people are dead. A lot of those actors.
Well, that's why they can't make anything happen in terms of like a spin-off, like what happens now, because it's the characters that died in the show
or the actual
alive,
actors,
and then the characters that are alive in the show died in real life.
The only real main character that's alive is Tony Sirico, who plays Polly Walnuts, and he's like really old now.
Yeah,
I saw an interview of him at the 20th anniversary in 2019. And he's like grandpa now. Yeah, it's like pushing 80.
Yeah.
So I don't know that he doesn't sound the same.
Yeah, it's tough. So that's why I think they did the kind of, well, it was like an origin for. I didn't watch.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. That was okay.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, but that's probably why they have to do things like that, because you can't really do a continuation because.
Well, now there's talks that they're going to do a show with James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini, like leading up to The Sopranos, and it's like as a young kid, him
but
and
the gang. Or a movie?
It could be a show. It could be a movie. They haven't decided.
Okay.
I hope it's a show. I'd like to see that. A movie, you can't really do a show like this, because a show like this is a slow burn. It's kind of like Breaking Bad.
You can't do a movie like this, you mean? You said
yeah, I'm sorry, yes. You can't do a movie like this.
Yeah.
It was good. You got to see Dicky Moltisanti, who was the father of one of the main characters, Christopher Moltisanti, who's basically a GTA character in real life, which is hilarious. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like you said, it's like the other main character, Silvio Dante, who's played by Steve Van Zandt, who's in a band with, I forget his name. His character's in a coma. But he's alive and well in real life.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's you're either dead or something's wrong in the show.
No, and here's the thing. I don't want any more, because there's literally, and I thought about this. There's technically 6 seasons. The last season's 2 parts. There's 7 total.
Yeah.
But they shot the last one all the way through. They just released it. There was no low point. It was like 86 episodes is very long.
Yeah,
it's on the longer side. Like there was no point where I felt bored. If I had to pick one season that was on the lower side of excitement, probably be season 5.
Uh-huh.
But lower side meaning I'm still invested in it.
Yeah, it's not like
on a 4th or 5th rewatch, I'm still invested. That should tell you something.
Yeah, and it's the fifth season, and then the later seasons are just as exciting as the original season. So that's really good.
Yeah. So I mean, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. And then there's some really, really good Christmas episodes in there, Thanksgiving stuff. It's
stuff for the family.
Yeah, no.
I want to bring up real quick. So Barry Keoghan, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I'm probably butchering it, but he played Druig in the Eternals, and I liked his character. He was probably one of the characters I liked the most. He was a telepath, and you could mind control people. And there are rumors now that he is in the Batman. And I think he posted something, or somebody posted something of him, and it was, and he's not credited in the movie. Like
that's easy to fake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But people were originally saying that he's a cop working with Jim Gordon, but then people are like, then why would they hide who he's playing? Like, why wouldn't they just tell us he's a cop? Now there's people saying that he is playing the Joker. He's going to be in the end credit scene to set up a sequel to
just
the
like Batman Begins.
Like Batman Begins. There was rumors a little rumors at the very beginning when stuff was coming out that he is the real Riddler, or he was either the real Riddler or the Mad Hatter controlling Paul Dano, and making him do all this stuff, like acting like the Riddler or whatever. But then those have just kind of died down, and now it's become fully that he is going to be playing the Joker.
Yeah.
Which is pretty, I liked him a lot.
It's not official though.
No, not official. This is just a rumor, like I said, yeah, speculation. So, but I think it'd be pretty cool because he in Eternals, if you've watched Eternals, then he was like at some points like he was like a creepy character a little bit. Like he had these like kind of dark moments to him and just like I don't know. He was kind of like an outsider at some times. And he had a cool accent. I liked his Irish accent.
The one thing I really liked about the Dark Knight Joker was he kept giving a different backstory to everyone he was like messing with.
Yeah.
Like the one story that I really liked was about his father, about he was a drinker and he would beat his wife up, then he carved his face up. Yeah. Or no, he carved his wife's face up, and then he did that.
Yes.
To whatever. Wait, those were two stories. Those are two stories. Different stories.
Yeah. No, his yes.
Yeah.
The one where his dad was like beating him and then
he called his father a fiend.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some of the younger Joker. I mean, we saw the movie The Joker and we got some backstory, him and his mother in that like apartment complex. Yeah. But I'd like to see him as a kid. You know what I mean?
See what he's like.
I don't know if that's a movie or I don't know if you could put somehow mold that into the movie as like a flashback or something.
Yeah. But then you'd be getting like a definitive answer of Joker's origin.
Yeah.
I mean, which Joker's origin it was confirmed, I think, like, it's been 2 years now, or maybe a year, but his origin is confirmed as the Killing Joke, because in the Three Jokers storyline, it, like, at the end, they, like, confirm that story is the true Joker's origin. So, I mean, I guess we have that now.
I like the parallel.
People did not like.
I like the parallel of having the Joker and... he's growing up in the lower end of the totem pole, and then Bruce Wayne's growing up on the he's got the nice life.
Well, it's cool because he's not old. This kid, he's a young kid. I'm not sure how old he is. Let me check, but he's 29. So I think he's a little younger than Pattinson. And typically, we've seen the Joker is older than Batman. So it's kind of cool that we get to see somebody a little bit younger, and if it's true, obviously, if it's true, but it's coming up March. It's almost here.
Well, let's get through the holidays first, Peter. Before.
Listen, man, I want this movie.
Yeah, I know it's coming. It's coming, man. I'm excited too.
I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for Spider-Man. Hopefully, tickets come out soon. People have been saying trailers are coming out every day and then nothing. So hopefully soon there is a trailer that comes out and then we can finally...
We could talk about that for a little bit.
Talk about that. Well, we got a trailer, but another trailer where it says tickets are on sale because I just want to buy tickets because that is going to be a packed theater.
Yeah.
On opening night.
Oh, I got to see that in IMAX.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I'm not going to...
No. We're going to IMAX.
No.
But...
Is that all we got for this week?
I think that's all we got. We packed a lot in.
We got a lot in a short period of time. Yeah, you're welcome.
Next week we'll have a little bit more structure to the podcast. But
so how is The Sopranos is only rated 13 on IMDb's top? It's rated Game of Thrones, Avatar: The Last Airbender is rated above The Sopranos.
Okay, that's because that is a literal hype train. Because
Breaking Bad is number 3. There is no Breaking Bad without Tony Soprano.
But yeah, no, the Avatar one came on Netflix during the pandemic, and everybody watched the
Avatar is part of my childhood. I know Avatar, but it's not number 10.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's why it's so popular because everybody and their mother watched that movie.
Rick and Morty is one behind The Sopranos. Come on. Get out of here.
Okay. Stupid. All right. Well, listen.
You want to talk about a crapshoot? Batman the Animated Series is number 25. Why is that low?
It's not because they're not as hyped as these other things. Like Avatar was so hyped. During the lockdown and the pandemic. All right. Well, we can literally argue. We can do a segment on that, and we can talk about this list. In another
Friends
podcast.
Is number 50.
Listen, we could do this on another podcast, and then we could just argue about it the whole time.
That'll be a nice podcast.
Maybe we'll do that next week.
I'd like to point out for the record, The Dark Knight is still the number 2 movie on IMDb's top 100.
We'll talk about it later. God. Right. But thank you guys for listening and watching, and we will see you guys next week on the podcast. See you later.